Hey everybody, it's Paige Evans. I have a new layout to share with you today. This was created for the Pink Paislee blog featuring my pick-me-up collection and butterfly punches. So I started by going through all of the 12 by 12 pattern papers in the pick-me-up collection, and I'm just using the scraps. I'm not using any full sheets, just the scraps from every paper, and I picked all of the butterfly punches that I currently have. I only ended up using the solid butterflies, the more intricate lacy ones I didn't use this time, but I definitely will on a future layout. So it's always good to hang on to all these different kinds of butterfly punches. And I punched one of every size from both the front and back of every pattern paper. In the end, I just used the ones that were more solid colored, but I did throw in a couple colorful butterflies into the mix. So once I finished punching all the butterflies, I arranged them into rainbow order. So you can see I have the white ones over on the left. I actually didn't end up using any of those. Then it went from purple to red to pinks to the salmony pink, yellow, the light blue, teals, aquas, and the darker blues in this collection. And I'm using a vanilla textured cardstock from American Crafts as my background. And I printed, I think it's about 3.5 inches square, the photo, in black and white just on my printer at home. And I left a white border because I like that bit of a frame it adds. It helps it stand out from the rest of what's going on. And then I started placing the butterflies, again in rainbow order. I placed the larger butterflies first and then filled in the gaps with the tinier butterflies, the teeny tiny ones. And I just placed adhesive on the middle of the butterflies so that the wings could bend up for dimension. And then I used my sewing machine to stitch down the center of each butterfly. I layered some of the butterflies. Not every butterfly has layers, but some of them I doubled or tripled up on butterflies. And then I just used white thread and sewed through each butterfly, and I'm going to trim off the excess with a fine-tipped pair of scissors. Then once all of the strings were cut off, sometimes I leave the string ends long, but in this case I just wanted a more clean look, and so I did trim the threads short. And then I bent up the wings for even more dimension. And now that they're sewed in place, they're not going anywhere. If you don't have a sewing machine, just use strong adhesive, and then you can still get this dimensional effect by bending up the wings. And now for the title. If you were to place these stickers on the photo and you didn't like the placement, it would be nearly impossible to get them off without leaving some residue. So I just trimmed a thin piece of scratch cardstock and I'm placing the letters along. It says Cute Cousins, and then I can move it around and decide where I want it before, accidentally putting it somewhere I don't want. And so the title is Cute Cousins. I'm using these navy foam mini thickers from my Pick Me Up collection. They're the perfect size, nice and small. From the 6x6 paper pad, I'm going to trim off this colorful scalloped edge at the very bottom of this colorful hearts pattern paper, and going to cut it into two pieces and adhere them under the title just for another pop of color. I like how it ties all the colors together that I'm using. Then just going to come in with a few more embellishments from the chipboard stickers and the sticker sheet. The year is 2018, so I'm using those number stickers and replacing the 0 with a chipboard heart, a round one. Since this layout is already so colorful, has so much going on, that's literally all the embellishing I'm going to do. The last part will be the journaling, so I'm writing some lines with a ruler and a pencil first, making sure I like the placement. Looks pretty good, so I'll go over it with this black pen. And okay, the very final step is stamping the date. I need to remember to do this on all my layouts so I can put them away chronologically. Alright, that's the finished layout. I hope you're inspired to pick up the Pick Me Up collection and use some butterfly punches to create a rainbow layout. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon.